everybody, to the official Buttholes 2021 NFL Draft coverage, brought to you by
Scott, the Great Brandino, Cage's Rage, and Star Lamar.
It's your one-stop shop for everything draft coverage, night 1, night 2. Brought to you by the Blue Collar Media Group.
Welcome, everybody, to the official Butthole Podcast.
and the official, unofficial Men with Tweezers podcast. The official Butthole.
Well, about that.
We're talking about it off cast, and it's official.
Officially official now.
The official Micro Penis Podcast.
Well, nobody said that.
Not on air.
They meant it, though.
Yeah. We know what you're getting at with those tweezers.
How the fuck you boys
Gage
doing?
is the one who said he took the tweezers out last week. Now, I wasn't here to confirm or deny, but I'll go with it.
He said he was tweezing the twins.
We were tweezing.
Oh my gosh.
That's true. He did say that.
Female twins. The female twins.
I don't know, dude.
Is that better? Okay.
Not much.
Maybe. It's been good. It's
Yeah?
been good. Obviously, we're missing Star Lamar here.
Moment of silence
unfortunately.
for Star.
Yeah. That's
enough.
Yeah, he's having too much fun without us.
Damn him.
But we do have Scott back.
Yeah, what the hell is he even doing tonight? I know
Uh,
that he told us like 8 weeks ago that he wasn't going to be here, but
Yeah,
He
he normally gives us like a really ample heads up, you know? And
Yeah.
it just kind of like evens out with some people.
It's
Yeah,
like
that's
you
true.
can plan for it and account for it. You know, it's
Yeah.
not.
the butthole average for amount of time known that they aren't going to be on the cast is pretty good. Now, I'm the one that pulls it closer to
It
that
could
pretty
be
good rather than
really
really
good.
good.
Yeah, if you look at the brew reviews too, you know who's pulling down our fucking averages. Oh, movie review as well.
Well, at least some of us watched the movie.
I have nothing to say right now.
All right. Well,
Makes sense. Sounds like a movie review.
Yeah,
I had a great weekend. I got lit like a cigarette.
like a cigarette. All right. What'd you do?
Went to the casino.
And did
Make
you
some
win?
money.
I left with less money that I had, but I definitely left with more of a buzz. So that's a win in my book.
That's a pretty good night. Yeah, that'll
That's
work.
fair.
And I still had money in my wallet. That's the most important thing. There's nothing more desperate than having to use your debit card or credit card
On
at
the Mickey D's run on the
McDonald's.
way home. Yeah.
On the way out, man, that is a sad spot to be. But
Mickey
Gage's
D's
Rage,
always makes you happy on the way out, though.
you gotta get the chocolate shake
And
you still
some
gotta
French
go large
fries.
size.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, you got to
Mhm.
save enough money for your ride home and for your McDonald's meal.
Always make sure you have a full tank of gas if you're going to the casino.
Don't go on a half tank or a quarter tank where you got to fill up on your ride home, because after you lose $200 in 12 minutes, it's sad to throw another 50 in your car.
It's right in the heartstrings for sure. But it was a damn good time.
So did you place any? Wait, you can't do that in Minnesota because Minnesota fucking sucks. I was going to ask if you put any future bets on Julio or Jones. You know, maybe catching for 1,000 receiving yards this year
Julio
in
or
Tennessee.
Jones is a future bet.
Okay.
The Julio Jones bit.
Welcome in, everybody, to the official butt.
Whoops.
We're already here. We're already here in the butthole.
But like honestly, we're so breaking news: Julio or Jones got traded.
He did. And he went to the Tennessee Titans.
I got a hot take.
Let's hear
Oh,
it.
here we go.
I don't think Julio or Jones adds or takes wins away from their overall season
Bullshit.
at
I
all.
I
I
think it helps
strongly
compared to
disagree.
where they were without him. I don't think it changes from last year.
Exactly. That's my stance on it. He
Oh.
doesn't make them more of a contender than they were last year.
Vegas's odds definitely changed with that trade for Tennessee Titans.
Their receiving core was garbage before they traded for him.
AJ Brown, that was it.
But you got to remember, this is a Titans team last year
Seriously.
that won the division.
You knew they were relying on Corey Davis. That guy is
Beast. Beast. He is available for trade in the Dynasty League.
I don't know, dude. He's a
Fool's
functional. I mean, Corey Davis was a functional receiver.
He was
in 1 year out of 5. That
Mhm.
averages out to 20%. My math ain't the best. That's a fucking F.
Well,
where I come
Julio or
from.
Jones is hurt 4 years out of 5.
He plays 3. He'll still play 17 games, man.
Not very functionally though.
Dog.
Julio Jones?
Julio. Yeah.
He only played 9 last year.
Yeah, he's played for fucking 17 seasons. Get
But
the guy a
are you
break.
getting good, healthy games out of him?
He's almost 100 years old.
He's only 32.
The guy will always carry an injury designation, which is brutal.
The issue is
For
he's
fantasy
playing with turf toe. He's playing with a banged up hamstring. He's playing with these, so you're not getting 100% Julio Jones. You're getting
Because he's 100
60.
years old. Give
Dude,
him a break.
Listen to this though. Corey Davis was good for about 60 catches and 6 or 7 touchdowns. Julio Jones will get you 90 catches and 6 or 7 touchdowns. It's not that big of a difference.
But the difference is in the yards, man. Julio's going to break 1,000 no matter what. Julio's breaking 1,000. Davis breaks 1,000. It's 1 in 5.
He did it last year.
1 in 5. He
Well,
might have broken his secondary season, his sophomore season.
Are
But
you talking Corey Davis?
Corey Davis, yeah. Corey Davis is he's a lottery ticket.
Okay,
He's
let's
not a
set
sure
that
thing like
aside.
Julio.
Let's
Julio's
set the-
had 3 seasons where he's not broken 1,000 yards. His
Let's-
rookie
Out of
season,
100 seasons, that's a really good odd.
and each year he's missed at least 3 games or more.
Yeah.
But
Availability is the best ability, dude.
Yeah, unless you're
And Julio's not available that as often as you feel he is.
Well,
Or
you know-
most people.
So
you go to the strip club and that
not
strategy
completely
sure
true.
don't work out, man.
That-
yeah. If
that's
they're
a
not
bad
available,
strategy.
if they're not available, it's probably because they're pretty good.
Maybe could have slipped on the ice and
If
broke
you,
their foot.
if you got the available one, there may be a reason for that.
Depends on
What
what
if they
day.
just became available though?
Free agent?
Huh?
We get that. I hear what you're saying, but there's a reason Julio Jones hasn't been a free agent. There's a reason Corey Davis was.
Julio Jones over since 2014, 15 games, 16, 14, 16, 16, 15. Really hasn't missed that many games over the last 5 seasons. But again, he's not playing 100%. He's playing these games banged up.
When you're a fucking athlete like Julio Jones, you don't have to play 100%, man.
Well, imagine what he would be if he was 100.
Imagine.
1400, 1700, 1450, 1409, 1871.
He's a beast, and he can show that
And he's
he has the
playing it hurt.
opportunity to be a wide receiver, number 1 overall in the league. Has he done it ever in his career? I don't think so, but he's been top 5 a few times.
You talking fantasy?
Listen, let's not
Yes. Yep.
demean his track record. He's a good receiver.
He's an amazing receiver.
But I don't think he changes their chances of going to the Super Bowl. I don't think he changes. He does give them a little bit
I
better chance
strongly
to win the
disagree.
division. It doesn't change that much, dude. Especially when you take into context the fact that they let Corey Davis walk. They lost Jonas Smith.
Who are you taking, Corey Davis or Julio Jones right now?
Okay, that's no debate. Julio Jones, I'd rather have.
Okay, then why would you even bring that up
Well,
in this argument?
That brings up Julio.
Because you have to.
Julio Jones or
Corey Davis. Julio. Hands fucking down, right?
Julio or Mike Evans.
Now that they're about the
Julio.
same player.
Julio.
I'm still taking Julio.
Julio or Chris Godwin.
Julio.
Julio.
They're different players, but Julio.
Julio or Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is younger, more available.
He also plays with injury designation quite a bit.
Julio or Stephon Diggs.
I'm taking Steph there.
I'm taking Steph too.
Julio
Now,
or
wait,
DK
wait.
Metcalf.
Let's go back to Devontae. If Devontae does not have Aaron Rodgers for his entire career, is he the same player you think caliber wise?
He's still a very talented wide receiver.
He's talented,
If he has
but is he carried from good to excellent by quarterback play?
Oh, a lot of receivers you could say are.
you can
But look
Yeah.
at Devontae, for instance, when he first came into the league, he had a lot of drop issues.
Yes. And he figured some stuff out.
Yeah.
But it also helps when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback throwing balls your way instead of Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins.
But that's for any
Oh,
receiver.
they're not
though.
Hall of Fame. Is that what you're saying?
Ryan
Ryan
Tannehill
Tannehill's
isn't
not
bad. He's not Aaron Rodgers.
No.
We don't know about that. It's not sorry, not what you said, but in the sense of wide receivers
I'm not-
and Hall
hold
of
on.
Fame quarterbacks, like
Before we get off the topic,
Julio.
no, of Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Julio, we can scrap that. It was a good bit. It was a good thought in my head on my ride home. But
Is there anyone else that you want to compare?
I mean, Justin Jefferson.
I'm taking J-Jeff for the future. I mean, that's
no, you got to win it
that's
all
a-
this year.
It's
Who are you
110 years of experience.
DK Metcalf.
for 1 year. Who would you rather have, dude? Julio, or you're not playing the long ball game with Julio, or
And it totally depends on my team's landscape.
DeAndre Hopkins.
The Tennessee Titans taking Julio is not He's an instant add to the
Here's
team.
the
Gives them
caveat.
yeah.
It's a caveat,
Let
but
me
it comes from
let me
Gage.
rip it here. Mike Vrabel, Hall of Fame winning player, took his team to a championship game against the team that ended up winning the Super Bowl. Had a 24-point lead.
Wasn't that much.
21-point lead. It was
Closer to that.
It was definitely 20 plus.
Might have been 20 even.
They went and scored 28 unanswered. The Kansas City Chiefs did in the second half alone. If you have an,
He's thinking of Houston.
Houston was 24, but Tennessee did have a big lead.
They had a
It
huge
wasn't like
lead.
21.
It was like 24-3. It was a massive lead. They went 28 unanswered in that second half and absolutely stomped him by the end. But if you have a Julio Jones on that team, that second half you're not running the ball with Derrick Henry. You're keeping the pedal down,
no.
especially after they scored 2 unanswered.
With Derrick Henry on roster and Mike Vrabel, you're probably trying to run the ball with Derrick Henry.
Without a doubt, you're running it. But when they score 2 unanswered touchdowns in the third quarter, when you're still 5 minutes left and they score a bunch,
It might not have been that much of a lead.
It
Dude.
wasn't.
it was a 21-3. They
No, it
absolutely
was not. You're
had
thinking of Houston.
I'm looking at the box score now. First quarter, Tennessee 10, Kansas City 7. Second quarter, Tennessee 7, so 17. Kansas City 21. Then no one scored in the third, and then 7 points for Tennessee in the fourth, 14 for
Yeah,
KC.
dude, you're thinking Houston.
Was this just last year or 2 years ago?
This is January 19th, 2020. So this would have been the season of 2019 that the Chiefs won.
You're thinking of Houston, man. You are. And
Houston-
Houston had them down 24-3.
Or maybe I'm thinking like 4 or 5 years ago when we were down in Nolens.
I don't know. I don't remember Houston being that much up on Kansas
3
City
years
ever.
ago. We won in 2018.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Tennessee.
I'm telling you, Tennessee can put the pedal down. They can win some games.
For Julio, I don't know if it's the best landing spot.
Oh.
And we said that in the group chat.
I'm
I
getting
said
a little
that at least.
derailed here, but
Yes.
also
Aaron
AJ
Rodgers.
Brown.
Oh, yep.
What kind of receiver is he? He's like a mini Julio,
How about just
an
today's
AJ Brown guy.
How about just a today's Antonio Brown?
He's bigger than
He's
AB.
big. He's physical.
AB was what? How tall?
5'11",
And I think AJ is 6'1".
6'2",
Is he really?
6'2" plus.
I think he's 6'1".
Want to bet?
I'll take a 5 or 6'1". I'll take under 6'2".
You take. I want over 6'1".
6'1.5". Brandon goes under, you go over.
There it is.
I think he's only like 6 foot tall.
6 foot.
Yeah.
Boom! $5 in my pocket.
Whatever. So
I love height bets. Hey,
how tall
how
is
about-
Julio?
do you want to do Corey
Julio is
Davis?
6'3".
Ooh, you can take that.
I ain't taking it.
That feels right.
And I think I
I'm
nailed
already
it.
0-1.
I might even be 1 inch
he's
low.
6'3".
So if you
He's
have a
got to
Julio Jones,
overcompensate by 1 inch.
I
is-
drilled it, dude.
You
is
did.
Julio not a mentor to AJ Brown in his third season?
Dude, they're
now?
like best friends, man.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. No.
I think
It's a big brother. It's a
it's
good
great.
move
It's great for the
team.
Titans. I think
Builds
it's great
the
for the
future
Titans.
and gives them a mentor in the
This
locker
is my
room.
argument, though. It's not great for the Titans. It literally gets the Titans back to where they were last year. A dark horse Super Bowl team. That's all they are now.
Which is better than what they were without Julio. Though.
Right. But last year they were viewed as a dark horse Super Bowl team. They're no different now.
But it gets back to the Julio. You're taking Julio over Corey
Of the
Davis.
available wide receivers
million
in
times.
free agency when it opened up and now, he's probably the best option or one of.
Bullet.
Kenny Golladay was a very good option too. Who would you rather have, Julio Jones or Kenny Golladay?
Julio.
For
I think I
one-
do too.
For 1 year, Julio.
If I'm in Houston's
Next 10.
situation, I would rather have Julio. Like, they probably got the best option they could get for them. But they also let Jonas Smith walk. They let a bunch of their secondary guys walk.
Yeah,
They brought in Bud Dupree, which is a nice get, but they lose Jadeveon Clowney. Like, their team is it's a little bit mixed up, but it's still the same odds to win the Super Bowl as it was last year.
I know. But if you looked at this team 2 months ago, or right after the draft in April, a month and a half ago, this is a much better team than it was then.
For sure.
yeah.
But anytime you add Julio, it's going to be better.
That's all I'm trying to say.
But it's not marketably better chance to win a Super Bowl, in my opinion. And I don't think Julio Jones obviously had no say because he got traded. However, there were certain teams he could have gone to where they would instantly be on the radar as a good Super Bowl team. Green Bay. If he goes to Green Bay and Rodgers comes back, that team's dangerous, and they could win a
If
Super
he goes
Bowl.
to Green Bay, Rodgers comes back.
Yes.
hands down.
Okay.
If he goes to, let's
Is-
just say he goes to like maybe Seattle, right? Seattle trades for him. They have Lockett, Metcalf, and Julio. That team's dangerous.
There's no way they could handle that though.
Let's say he goes to San Francisco. San Francisco becomes really dangerous. Like
Mr. Unlimited.
they're trying to unlock the unlimited.
If he went to Arizona, the big three there,
yeah,
would
like
be crazy good. Kansas City was recruiting for him. That would have been a nice landing spot.
if he would have gone to Buffalo,
Baltimore, no.
Buffalo with Steph Diggs and Julio Jones.
the Chargers.
The Chargers was a good spot. I think the Colts would have been a nice landing spot.
There's a lot of teams
And-
that if he went to, they would be instantly like right up there with either Tampa Bay or
I think
Kansas City.
of the AFC teams that he could have gone to, the Titans are the lower end of chance to win. They have a shot to win, but I mean, you're looking at Buffalo, Kansas City, probably Baltimore. And who's the one that did I say Cleveland?
You
No.
did not mention
Cleveland. I mean, obviously him going to Cleveland wasn't really much of wasn't talked about. Wasn't
God,
really
if he
in
would
the
have
air,
gone to
but
Kansas City, that'd be filthy.
it would have been,
I don't
like a
think-
cheat code.
Yeah.
It's on. How about Minnesota?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
if
got
I'd want-
Julio on the outside with Thielen in the slot, and then JJ on the other side.
I would have loved it.
it would have been great on offense, but I think we're using that 16 million cap that we have now after the first to try and Hunter.
That's a good transition. Should we
Oh my
transition to the
gosh.
purple?
Yeah, we can. I mean,
So the Vikings freed up 16 mil after the June, whatever, 9th,
June 1st.
June 1st
Deadline.
cap stuff comes in.
yep.
They used some of that money to bring in Bashad Breeland. He ranked as Pro Football Focus's 24 ranked cover corner out of 137 corners last year with Kansas City.
Played really well.
However, he averaged one penalty every other game, and he also was not very good in run defense. He's generally an outside corner,
That's still below average for a Minnesota Viking cornerback. I'll just say that.
but it's better to add him than go with some undrafted free agent.
Oh, without
Like
doubt.
it's good depth.
I'm saying below average, like being better.
Yeah. However, I think that you're looking at a Vikings defense now that has Patrick Peterson as one starter, and it's going to be between Dantzler and Breeland on the other side, with whoever doesn't win that job being the rotation corner.
You still have Mackenzie Alexander.
Coming
In the-
back.
He'll be
in
in
the
the slot. Yep.
And then I've heard some news on Jeff Gladney that charges are getting dropped.
Oh, really?
It's sounding like he's coming back as well.
Well, having him compete for a spot is definitely going to be awesome. But
Gladney
Um,
was our first.
yeah,
I don't think he'll be competing
think-
for a starting spot.
I think the Vikings
Last
hope
year-
with Gladney is he gets suspended for like 4, 5, 6 games, and they have a good enough cornerback depth that they can just slide him right under the radar and keep him on the roster.
exactly.
And nobody has to talk about him for the first 5 or 6 weeks.
And
Let it tone down.
last year for sure, Dantzler won out of that rookie battle. If
But
you
the one
wanted to
thing
look at
that
it way.
Yeah.
thing that Dantzler showed is that he'll get nicked up.
Oh yeah, Yep.
So to have a guy like Breeland behind him that can come in and fill in when Dantzler's on the sidelines, not a bad option.
And Dantzler's a little bit taller than Gladney, right?
Oh, dude, the Needle's like 6'2", 6'3". Gladney's like 6 foot.
Okay. That's what I thought.
So this rolls into our Daniil Hunter talker.
Yeah.
There's events going on later this week. Is it OTAs? No.
So do you want to hear what PA said regarding Daniil Hunter
Yeah, he wants
this
to
one
buy
kind of
his
bothered me
influence.
last week.
when you heard him
I
say it?
heard it say it live. Yeah, that
I do
some
want to become
former
famous. Can we
Viking-
buy your influence?
is wiggling in his ear. Get that fucker off the screen. Former Viking is in Daniil Hunter's ear, telling him he's got to get paid while he can.
Who's saying that?
And
Ev?
there's one clear cut
Ev
answer is
the
that.
fucking
It's
number
Ev.
one. Yeah, someone that was on the team that is kind of like a big brother to Daniil.
But even more so, what
That's
if?
Everson Griffin? It's either that or Linville, but I think it's Ev.
But even more so,
I don't think Linval is that guy. Yeah, I think it's
more toxically, what if Ev is telling him like, dude, you're not going to win with Kirk? Because Everson Griffin is the one that tweeted Kirk Cousins' ass, point blank.
I mean, I'd tweet that too. I'm not a big fan of Kirk.
But you also have to look at how old is Daniil Hunter? 26?
He turns 27 before the season starts.
I think almost everybody realizes that Kirk Cousins is not going to be on this team
For the
in
next 2
seasons.
years. Yeah, it's in your career as a Viking, you will see another quarterback without a doubt, Daniil Hunter.
Easy.
The fact that you're going to sit out after a full season with a neck injury that potentially is career altering, we can say
It already is career altering.
Yes. Career jeopardizing, possibly. And that's
yeah.
that's the point where
That's
you
fair.
want to stand up after the Vikings paid you for last year when you didn't do a thing and say you demand more money. That's bullshit.
And that's exactly
agree.
why it's career altering. It's career altering because if he actually played last year and he had 12 and a half sacks and he was available for most of the season, he would be in his right to ask for a better contract. But because he was hurt all of last year with the neck injury, he has no ground to stand on.
And I don't know. None of us really know, but how serious was that neck injury to sit out all season? Maybe it was. Maybe it was more of a precaution of like, hey, I know I'm already kind of looking for more money. I don't want to risk getting hurt off kind of a fluke injury. And seeing that the season was in jeopardy 3 weeks in, we were like, what, 1-2 or 0-3? I mean,
I think we started off 0-3.
Yeah,
we weren't doing well. So at that point, when they reevaluated, that's when they shut him down. Maybe it was more along the lines of like, if we were 3-0, he would have came back week 5 or 6.
We're keeping you on the roster. Yeah.
But season is looking like it's in trouble. I'm going to dip. I'm going to bail so I don't risk getting hurt so I can get my payday.
And on top of it all, this was a fucked up season with the COVID stuff. We talked about it last year. It's a throwaway season for a lot of players, for a lot of teams.
And maybe that played a little bit of a factor in it too.
Could have absolutely added up to it. I mean, if you could choose to stay home, get paid the same, just heal, worry on yourself and your own well-being, and then not get daily COVID tests 2 times, whatever it is. That rigmarole, some people are just not about that.
Be isolated from your family, from the people that you love all season.
It's kind of a bullshit thing they did. And hindsight 2020, whatever it is, it's just tough. And it was a tough year. Definitely not the year you come back with negotiations and try and get some more money. From my perspective,
I agree.
I would think one thing players would say though is there's never a good time. Like if you're trying to hold out for more money, there's never a good time to do it.
That's
I think
fair.
a better time is after you produced a good season, not missed a whole season.
But does he not still have 3 years left on his contract? It's 2 or 3.
Something like
so
that.
like
yeah.
he has no leg to stand on in the sense of he's coming off an injury
done.
year. He's not going to get traded.
No.
He could sit out all year and get fined up the ass. He's
Yeah.
not making a lot of money.
He
He's
ain't
even
doing
said
anything.
it. So if he's not making a lot of money, he really can't afford the fines.
And actually, PA was saying this year is when he's supposed to get a massive pay bump. I think it was Nordro on PA's program, but
This was the year where the cap was really gonna
it
kick
jumps
in for
up
him.
to like 11, 12 mil.
But that's part of the reason why they signed him to that deal was because it was team friendly for the first few years, so they could keep the defense together,
Yes.
and then it would balloon up. But
And that's what you agree to. You agree to take a little less dollars to get a good team around you to have a better chance to win. That's what you understand when you're signing that contract.
Where do you see him as defensive end in the NFL? What
top
rank?
5. He's a top 5
Do you
DN.
think he's top 5?
When he's healthy, yeah.
But he's coming off a neck injury.
But that
You
neck
haven't
injury
even
was his
seen
first
him.
injury in his NFL career.
It is career altering though.
It's
And
concerning.
it will alter his career
Absolutely
going forward.
concerning.
It's career altering on the money side of things for sure, but it doesn't have to be on his career projection. Like,
Where
If
did
you're
you-
just
trajectory.
talking on the field talent, I think he's top 10 for sure.
Where did you have him before he got hurt? Assuming it was preseason before the injury came out. And
Yep.
Whatever. Going into net last season, where would you have had him ranked?
It's tough. There's a lot of really good DNs. Who would you pick above him?
Miles
Personally,
Garrett.
is
Joey Bosa.
there.
Khalil
Both
Mack.
the Bosa brothers, man. I like Nick a lot.
Khalil Mack.
Not JJ Watt, but TJ Watt. I think he's really fucking good. And is he a
That's fair.
linebacker or is he a DN?
No, you go edge
Edge
rusher.
rusher,
Period.
yep,
So
yep.
you
I'd
include
count him.
TJ.
And JJ in his prime is there, but he's old. You got to take age. into
Outside
account.
of those
Yeah,
guys
you
you
know?
mentioned, though, I'm not taking Shaq Barrett could probably be talked about.
Not.
But I'm
I'd
not
still
taking-
take the Neil there.
I think those guys are the only guys you can have a real discussion about. That
Daniil,
are
I
better
think,
than
is
Hunter.
4, 5, 6. He's somewhere in that range.
yes, you can. Argue
But
there.
you look at that, and then you look at Joey Bosa got, 5 years, 130?
But like you talk about injury issues, both the Bosa boys have had injury issues.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to be a big boy hammering people and not get a little knee thing. A little.
The only 2 guys that have really been super healthy their whole career has been Garrett and Khalil Mack.
and that's fair. That's absolutely fair. It's just a tough position. You're in the trenches. You're fighting like hell every single down.
Well,
You know?
my point is he is a top 5, top 6 defensive end in the league, in my opinion. But then you see these top guys getting paid, He wants to get there. He's making damn near half of what these other guys are making. 5 for 127, 5 for 130. He's making 5 for 70.
From the Vikings
He did sign
standpoint,
it,
though,
and a couple years before that ballooned up. But when you're that good and you see yourself as a top end player, he probably thinks he's top 3, right?
he probably does.
Probably
I'm
thinks
sure
he's
he does.
number one.
Yeah. So he thinks he should be paid just as much as those guys.
But in the same breath, you got to think you gotta still extend the favor. You know, when the Vikings signed him, he wasn't proven.
Bingo.
He wasn't a sure thing. They were taking a leap of faith, saying, "We believe in you. We drafted you. We see what you can be. This is the faith we have in you. We'll pay you here." And this also gives us an opportunity to not only pay you well enough to live a great life, have your family be set up, but also put a great team around you where we have an opportunity year after year to make a run at a Super Bowl, to bring Minnesota their first championship. Now he's changing his mindset after a season where he was out the whole year. It sounds like some bullshit, some venom getting in the nice serum we had here. After we got rid of the venom, it's still seeping in.
Venom didn't die in the first movie.
Tom Hardy is just,
Yeah.
I think
Venom too, though,
honestly, with where Hunter's at,
Venom 2?
Oh, it's coming out this summer, right?
Yeah. I think so.
if I'm the purple, I tell Hunter, hey, if you play this year under this contract we're in, we'll
figure something
renegotiate
out.
in the offseason and we'll make you the highest paid defensive end in football.
We got to see something, though.
Yeah.
You can't just fucking
I have to
sit
know
out.
you're going to come back, and maybe they have those talks after OTAs as mandatory training camp starts.
Show up and do the work.
Daniil, please come on our podcast. Like $10 for a shout out. Well, I know you're making millions.
If you give
of
us a
dollars.
Julio like answer, I'm not going back there or something, dude. We will balloon up. It would be great for us. Come on the podcast,
Come
Daniil.
on, bud.
We won't
We're
cold
kind of
call
busy,
you though.
but we'll figure it out. We'll squeeze you in.
We won't cold call you though, like Shannon Sharp did.
Yeah, we'll fit you in. Mics are hot, bud.
Do we want to rip the Aaron Rodgers real quick while we're in the north?
Dude, Aaron Rodgers, I'm not going to lie. The dude on his vacation looks like some scraggly old man.
Why the fuck would he come back to play football for that team?
He's not.
He's not.
There's no way he is.
He's not. We're all on board here.
Yeah,
he's
no
gone.
way.
He's out.
Aaron Rodgers
But-
is the most spiteful quarterback since the last quarterback in Green Bay.
And that's all the national talkers are. He's gonna fold. He can't
No.
pay the $30 million. Are
Dude
you
doesn't
shitting
give a
me?
shit. He does not give a shit.
He's a smart motherfucker. He's with
Shaylee
beautiful
Woodley.
women in fucking islands.
married.
He's married.
He
They
married
knotted
Shaylee
it up.
Woodley.
He married her, yeah. But
They're engaged. They
That's
might not
totally
have tied
different.
the knot.
they're getting married this summer.
That is totally
Trust me.
different. That's
Very
fair.
different
That's fair.
things there.
That's true.
That's
Gage
100%
knows.
fair.
The
But he was hanging out with Miles Teller. First off, that's pretty fucking sweet. I love Miles Teller.
That's the comedian guy.
He's an actor. He's in War Dogs. He's not Jonah Hill. He's the other guy.
Pretty sure he started his career as a little puppeteer comedian.
He could have been a comedian, but he was in
Wasn't he a 1-2 punch with someone? Teller and Jones.
he was in 21 and Over. Have you seen that one?
No.
Their buddy turns 21 and they go back to college to take him out, and he's all stressed out about his testing, and it's like a mini hangover.
Yeah.
sounds like Gage in high school.
Teller is like the
All stressed out about tests.
I've never been stressed about a single test in my entire life.
How about that test that you just took to become a journeyman?
No,
You weren't stressed about that?
not at all.
Okay.
One and done, baby.
Boom.
No, that's
How
like
about that test that
mentality.
chick took because of you after our last time in Vegas? Huh?
You were
okay. I guess there's been a test or two I've been nervous about, but it's just when it's supposed to be there and you're maybe a week or two late. Those ones get a little stressful, and then you get that fail, and you're like, "Oh fuck yeah, we're getting lit tonight."
The best line ever.
You wanna
after
go
that.
and drink?
We'll see you around.
Oh my god.
I know we live together. Oh, yeah. I know.
Oh my god. If you're taking one of those tests, you're more fucked than I think.
You know, you're supposed to be taking one of the tests.
Oh, you made
If
a
you're
got
Talking
motherfucker.
different tests here, bud.
What test are you talking about? Pregnancy, right?
Why would you take one of those tests?
Apparently, if men piss on it and it comes back as positive, it says that you have prostate cancer.
Oh, really?
fuck.
That's like a free prostate cancer test.
Yeah, right. You like getting your finger up in the butthole.
Who doesn't?
You're getting them at 26, 27, 27 and a half. I know.
Most dudes
What?
go in for the first time at 50. Brandon goes in quarterly.
Once a week, man.
After he
all right?
was
Once you hit your
18,
deductible, there's no going back. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's
Keep
free money.
going.
gets
It's
off
free
mom
money.
and pa's insurance. I'm getting my colon checked weekly.
Okay, it's better safe than sorry. In October, it's Cancer Awareness Month,
Oh, fuck.
and every month should be Cancer Awareness Month.
November.
There's more money in research than there is a cure. So I go get tested once a week.
Part of the system.
That's right. You guys want to play a game?
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. I came up
But
with
yeah,
this game.
just to wrap that up, Rogers is out.
He's out for
He's
sure,
out.
right?
Absolutely.
There's no he's spiteful. He'll sit the whole season if
Yeah.
he's not in a
And
different
I love
place.
his level of spite, especially right now.
Does he roundabout Brett Favre it? Full career, come to Minnesota,
Oh,
fuck him
yeah.
up
I think absolutely.
Absolutely.
in 2 years?
1 year.
I'd
1 year.
love that.
I think
He
Click
gets cut.
out,
He gets
Rogers
cut.
in.
Yep.
I want that bad.
All right. It is now time to play Butthole Original before and after. It's never been played before. Do you guys know how to play?
No.
Yeah, for sure. What? No.
No, it's a brand new game, idiot.
yeah,
Brand new game.
All right.
So the way it works is I'm going to give you 2 clues.
Okay.
They're going to share a middle name. So let's say current NFL Super Bowl winning head coach and Hall of Fame 2-time winning Super Bowl quarterback. The first one would be Sean Payton. The second one would be Peyton Manning.
Oh, this is gonna be difficult.
Super difficult.
I was thinking Andy Reid. I
No.
couldn't get Reid out of my head, but I
So
was like,
they
okay.
they're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
spelled,
yeah.
they're not spelled the same, but the concept is the same. The
Yeah.
names have to be spelled.
Pronunciation.
They have to spell the same. That one wouldn't have worked, but it's just an example.
Before and after.
Okay.
This is
Shitty.
gonna be good.
That's a pretty shit example if it doesn't work.
It doesn't work, but here we go.
Here we go.
First one up, if you guys want to look at the screen, we have a 2010 film starring Denzel Washington and 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. If you guys know the answer in the comments, please let us know. 2010
Film,
film
with Denzel.
starting Denzel Washington and 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. And if they don't answer in 5 seconds, we will go to the audience.
Do you have a 5-second counter?
5, 4,
I have no clue.
3.
I can't even think of Super
2.
Bowl winning
Oh,
quarterbacks.
Book of Eli Manning.
There you go. The
Yes!
Book of Eli Manning.
Yes. Let's go.
That
Nice
is
pull.
correct. I'm going to have to make sure I keep my notebook turned to the side.
I didn't look at that. I swear on my life.
We don't know. The Book of Eli
Oh.
Manning. Now that you get it, the Book of Eli, 2010 film, Eli Manning, 2-time Super Bowl winning
So it's
quarterback.
not just going to be 2 words. Bang, bang, bang.
It could be a sentence.
Gotcha.
Well, not quite a
But
sentence.
the
you know
one
what I mean.
has to bookend the start of the next.
gotcha.
Here's a little bit easier one. These other ones a little bit simpler. I wanted to test the water with easy and medium to see where I need to go next week. Star would have had that 2 seconds.
quickly. Yeah.
All right. The second question. We have war hero in the movie American Sniper and Atlanta Falcons tight end.
Oh, Chris Kyle Pitts.
Damn.
Chris
Boom.
Pitts is correct.
Let's go.
That would
That's
be
2.
wouldn't that be like
It's Chris
outside
Kyle.
weapon? Atlanta Falcons outside weapon?
He's not just a tight end, dude.
All right. Oh, we had this one. Y'all gents look happy. Thanks, bud. We're getting drunk. All right.
Review coming out next week. It's a good one.
Okay. Coming up next, we have Cardinals.
Just so you all know, Gage gets wet in it. So
Cardinals wide receiver and NFC North quarterback. Cardinals.
Christian Kirk Cousins.
Scott is nailing it.
Let's
Christian
go.
Kirk Cousins.
3 rip. I can't even win now, right?
Technically, no, but you can still have fun. Christian Kirk Cousins.
I'm having fun.
All right, there we go. All right, question number 4. Role-playing video game series and beloved game amongst NFL fans. Role-playing video game series and beloved game amongst NFL fans.
Beloved game amongst NFL fans.
You guys want a hint?
Sure.
The video game series has like 9 parts. It's not just, it's like sequels. you have like Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty World at War. This one is similar. They're all numbered.
Final Fantasy football.
Yeah.
There you go.
got
Just
it.
raised on the
Yes.
board. Final Fantasy football.
Let's go.
That's pretty good.
That was
All
tough.
right.
I was thinking Madden. It was tough.
Okay, we're coming down to our last one.
All right.
This is probably one of the easier ones.
Is this one worth 5 points?
Worth 5 points. Victor gets it. NFC West running back and former FCS champion quarterback.
Chris Carson Wentz.
Gage is raised.
Oh,
5 points for the win.
Baby.
There we
I
go.
love the last minute rule change. I like that a lot.
Yep, 5 points for Gage.
And I get the Carson Wentz deal. Wow.
Yep. Not the deal Carson Wentz got. He got a lot of money. You got 5 points, but you won.
Me and him are putting up the same
Technically,
level
you
of
lost, but
competition.
All right. Yeah, Chris Carson Wentz. There we go for the win. So I'm gauging where you guys are at. You guys actually picked up pretty good. The Book of Eli might have been a tougher one to start with. Maybe
Yeah.
should have started with like
Chris
Christian
Carson
Kirk,
Wentz.
that one, or Christian Kirk Cousins or whatever. Stay tuned for next week.
Those are good. Those are really good. That's a good game.
It
I
is
like that
fun.
one a lot.
Original, brand new, never played before anywhere
For
else.
show.
Yep. That's how we do it here at the Butthole.
And
All right.
Go.
Are we going to rip some fantasy football stuff?
Yeah, pull it up, man.
Fucking A right. So I don't have it on the board here, but we do have our wide receiver rankings from the year before. And we also have how the wide receivers actually shook up. So we're going to keep the butthole honest. We want to see exactly. Oh, excuse me. Exactly.
beer burps.
Yeah, that was a little mango seltzy going up. So we want to see exactly how well the butthole does at guessing fantasy wise.
I'm going to go ahead and say this was rough. We had an injury-filled year. It was weird. There was COVID opt-outs.
Lots of stuff.
I didn't guess that. Gage actually literally didn't fill in number 7.
And I bet I hit 7, dude.
You did.
Wild card.
Oh, close. 8 was Justin Jefferson. So that was a really close guess. Because I believe in the episode I said there's going to be a rookie. There's going to be someone that is not
Yeah, you
a
did.
normal pick that's going to hit the top 10.
It was episode 147 that you said that in.
So we have our list here. Who was the highest on Devontae Adams?
I think it was probably Star because he does love the Packers.
Scott had Devontae at 4.
I think I had him at 2.
You did have him at 2. Yep, you're
Yeah.
right. You're a second there.
You guys have your Packers hatred out, but that got me the closest. He was the number 1 receiver.
It's not bad. Points for trying.
I'll call this like the tier 1.
Yeah.
It included Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
About 14 points behind him, and then another 14 points down is Stephon Diggs, top 3.
Did anybody
Dude.
have
Oh,
Stephon
man.
in the top 5?
No.
No,
We didn't. I think the closest we had Stephon Diggs, most of us had him at 15. Scott, I think you...
Diggs.
Scott, you didn't even have Diggs in the top 20.
Well, I just clearly forgot about him then.
So that's rough.
You were hammering Josh Allen though. You really didn't like him. You thought the inaccuracy would be a bad move.
Yeah, I
for
thought it
Steph.
was going to be a bad matchup with Steph Diggs for sure.
So then,
You said, big arm quarterback in small market, Buffalo, New York. So the only
Best
thing they
deep
got
route
going
receiver
on
in
is
the
wings.
I did say that. Hey, dude, every now and then you got to be wrong. Keep yourself honest. It's not a big deal.
I chose to be wrong on this one.
so this next tier, I mean, we can choose how far it
Never.
goes. We're at about 280 points. Should we keep it above like 250, 245?
Why don't we go? Let's go top 5, top 10.
Okay.
We'll list those guys off, and then we'll see how many we got in the top 5.
So rounding out the top 5, we got Nuke coming in at 4, and then Calvin Ridley sneaking into the top 5. I think I was pretty high on Ridley, calling the Ridley over Julio jump. Kind of did that a lot this year or this previous year.
Well, Ridley did not make your top 20.
Oh, never mind then. I'll shut the fuck up. Yeah, there's Julio at 5, not Ridley. Oh, that's Scott's list
Yeah,
too.
you're
No,
you're in
you
second
did say
row.
that there will be a year where Julio will jump, or where
Ridley
Ridley,
will
will jump
jump.
Julio. Yeah.
Yep.
Calvin Ridley looks like he only made my list,
Dang. Yeah, wide receivers are
Yeah.
tough to guess, man. The
and I was low on him too.
next player coming in at 6 is DK Metcalf. We have Allen Robinson cracking the top 10. I think Scott was pretty high on Allen Robinson last year.
I was.
And then we have J. Jeff at 8. Rookie phenom. Really blasted the second half of the year there once he started to get some real starting time. Keenan Allen and Adam Thielen round out the top 10.
Scott hit Thielen on the nose. He had him at 10.
All right.
Star had Keenan Allen in his top 10. He had him at 8.
Really close there
So
as
he was
well.
close. None of us obviously had Justin Jefferson in there in the top
Ooh.
10.
I was Allen and Thielen just one spot off there. Dang.
And
real
I don't
close.
think any of us had Allen Robinson in our top 10 either.
Okay.
I had him at 14.
Gage had him at 19. I think I forgot he was a human being.
Well, and we also have who's on this list that's not going to make it. OBJ is on that list. He was injured.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett.
Lockett. Lockett did sneak in a few points, but I don't think he makes the top 20. Yeah, he does not make. Oh no, he's at 13.
Okay, 13.
Yep.
Star was close. He had him at 12.
So we have Mike Evans, Robbie Woods, Tyler Lockett, and Amari Cooper, kind of in the same group. There.
Oh, do you guys want to hear a fucking
15
funny
points.
one? Everybody in the Dynasty League, Empire League's talking trades right now, right? Because the Dynasty dollars have been allocated. Everybody knows where they stand.
I love trade time.
I threw the idea out to my brother. I said, what do I got to give you for Matt Stafford? Trying to solidify quarterback before we go into the draft, so I'm feeling good about it. Guess what the motherfucker replies back with that he says is fair value.
$50.
No. He did think 25. Third round pick
Sick.
value.
Okay.
Which I don't think is a bad option. But first he came at me with Robert Woods. Robert Woods for Matthew Stafford.
Isn't the point of getting Stafford to help pair him with?
I just about laughed him off the fucking text thread. I'm like, dude, Robert Woods is a top 15 wideout in the
I
fantasy.
see where you get your negotiating
Is
skills
Robert
from. It runs
is
in the
Robert
family.
Woods top 15 fantasy wide receiver in Dynasty?
This year specifically, Brandon, let me paint you a picture.
Oh,
You look at the roster of the face that runs the place. It's a roster of absolute championship contending. Okay. So if Robert Woods is a top 15 fantasy wide receiver this year, I want him on my team because he gives me a chance to win the Super Bowl championship, whatever you might call it, this year.
Okay.
That matters.
this year. Yep. Okay.
So out of the top 20 wide receivers out of last season, how many wide receivers did the face that runs the place have
Out his team.
on the top 20?
I had at least 3 or 4. I had Robert Woods, Justin Jefferson, Nuke.
There's 3. Those would be your only 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3.
That's fine. That's all you need. Cortland Sutton was
Oh.
hurt for the year. We all had him as a
Who?
top 20.
Who do I even have on my team?
I
had Kenny
19
Galladay.
Browns is here at, was that 25 with Chase Claypool,
No, I had Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen as well. Yep.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
But my guys were hurt.
I only have, I think, 4 or 5 receivers on roster. Legit. I think I have 5.
Okay. And those would be your studs.
Let me look at my roster. I'm pretty sure that I only have 4 or 5.
So
Anyway, we did not hit our top 20 very well
no.
this year. Hopefully, it's gonna go a little bit different.
Oh,
else
Terry
is on
McLaurin. Where was Scary Terry?
22.
Okay, so just outside of it.
So hopefully,
Either one of you would kill for that receiving group over the one you have now.
I wouldn't kill anybody for anything.
But
No.
you would metaphorically
And I'll
Would
kill.
you
keep my-
kill? Would you
I'll
kill
keep my
baby
t-
Hitler?
I'll keep my team landscape. I don't fuck with time travel.
No, I'm just mentioning straight up swap your receiving group for
Smart
mine.
man.
Nothing
But what do you
else.
pay for that? You get shit quarterbacks and shit tight ends. Okay.
Noah Fant's not a shit tight end. Mike Gesicki's not a shit tight end. Noah Fant was a top 6 tight end last
Okay.
year.
Shit can be relative.
Your receiving core is shit. That's relative. Compared to mine, it's shit. Like,
Yo, Josh Allen, Justin Herbs.
you can only start one.
I got them both.
I know, but like you can only start
I
one.
probably got 2 top 5 young Russian
Top 5
quarterbacks.
dynasty quarterbacks. You have 2 on your
Without a
roster.
doubt.
Yeah,
I might have 1 and 2.
but you can only start one. You Gage. You have an embarrassment of
You do
riches
not
at the
have
position.
one. All right.
You have an embarrassment of riches at the position that's the least important position outside of kicker and defense in dynasty with
Hey,
our standard.
but he's
setup.
not the
Gonna get
best fucking kicker.
I don't have him yet, but I'm getting him.
Oh
I'm
shit!
spending draft dollars on him.
I love it. I fucking love it.
I'm gonna spend more.
Bid me up, idiot.
I will. I want J Tuck.
You're just gonna get stuck with the bill, and then I'm gonna have more dollars to spend on.
Yeah, but he'll have the
Backup
best
wideouts.
fucking kicker.
Yeah, Give me 15 points a game. I'll take it.
Who are you getting, Chris Boswell then? What?
Yeah.
You're getting the best kicker, right?
Harrison Butker.
Yeah, exactly.
Duh.
You want the most opportunities, or is Suckup still in Tampa Bay?
I don't know who their kicker is.
That'd be a good one to get.
Could be. I want Dan Bailey.
I'm excited. Scott, Najee Harris, what's your bid on him? 106?
How many bidding dollars do I have?
You have 125-ish. I have 105. First and second.
On Najee Harris? It depends. If Najee Harris is the first player on the board, like the first guy that comes up for bidding,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to call my shot and go all in on him. But if a couple go before him or somebody goes before him that I think is good value, I might go for him. I have my eyes on like 4 or 5 guys that I like.
I haven't even dug into our landscape. We only have a week left.
Yeah, it's next
Not
week.
even, dude.
It's
It's under
Saturday.
a week. It's Saturday.
This is the last podcast before we draft.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to have bangers.
So, I got a strategy, but it does require more
Air
than
it out.
more than one person. So
I'm in.
I like
this.
it too.
think about it
You're the
this way.
commish. You can't.
I can
Here's-
totally listen.
No,
All
it's
right,
a strategy.
No, I'm-
Yep. There we go. So think about it. If you're picking who you want to go up on the board to get,
Yes.
why not pick somebody? Let's say instead of going Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, Trey Sermon, Kyle Pitts, whoever it is, why don't you go somebody lower tier? Go maybe instead of, maybe a Devontae Adams or Devontae Smith.
Let's pick one.
He's like that second tier, right? So now everybody's starting to bid on Devonta Smith
Or how about Trevor Lawrence?
or Trevor Lawrence. Throw a
At the
player out
end
there.
of the day,
No, hold on.
only one player, only one team gets that guy.
Listen to me. You're now having people spending fab on these players to get them. You're drawing their fab price down. And now when somebody like Najee Harris comes up, they don't even have a shot at him.
You don't have a shot at Najee Harris. No one besides Scott and I have a shot at Najee
I understand
Harris.
that, but there are like 6
Outside
people.
of trade.
Yeah.
There's about 6 people
But who
sitting
wants
at
to blow up their
75.
roster just to compete with us?
I'm
Have you
not
not
kidding.
seen
If
me?
I walk out of the draft with only Najee Harris, it's a win.
Yeah, same. I feel the same way. And I'm a fucking psychopath. Like, I'll trade what I have to.
Traded so much.
I will literally trade what I have to fucking trade to get the player that I fucking want. I'm a goddamn psychopath. I'll do what I need to
and you're
do.
addicted to trades.
So good fucking luck to anybody that wants to step in my zone.
Friday intervention for Scott.
Yeah,
Let's get
gonna
him
have
locked
to.
away.
No, I don't want to be tame. Do it Sunday.
We're gonna get you.
Let me be
locked
free. I'm a
up.
peacock, man. Let me fly.
You gotta let me fly on this one, Captain. Brandon.
No, you guys completely. It's the other guys.
Okay, good.
Come on.
You never know.
It's got Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. Right? Step
And the
up
Franco
6.
brother,
James.
Sean Franco.
No. James Franco.
Yes, that's the one.
Who's the older one? Something Franco.
I wasn't listening to you
William
guys.
Franco. Who's the Franco brother in Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire?
Who's the Franco in
That's James Franco.
who's the younger one? Who's his brother?
No, you
I
got
don't
it
know.
right. It was James.
Okay, but who's the younger brother? Who's the one who's in Neighbors?
I don't know.
He's best friends with something Franco.
Of course, it's his little brother. I thought it was the.
You're not talking about Willem Dafoe?
No. He was talking about Frank Ocean.
Franco brothers. We have Dave. Dave Franco's the younger one.
Never even heard of her.
You've heard of her. He's in
I know, I'm just
he's
kidding.
in Neighbors.
I'm just kidding. But I
You
really
don't
couldn't
get
think
the
of it.
bit. Okay,
I never get those two right. They're
I'm
both
jacked.
they're both
Well, like the bottom line at the end of the day with the draft is Gage and I, if we want, we're going to get the 2 players we want. I'm assuming your draft list is at least 2 right now without looking too much into it. Like, there's got to be 2 guys you'd be very happy getting.
it's a
Trevor
little,
Lawrence.
a little higher.
My
It's more
point
than
is
that?
for
Yeah.
you two, my draft strategy, probably not the smartest for you guys.
Yeah,
But there's like 6 guys in the middle
Yeah, it's a
where if I draw other people to start drafting players because they want to get these guys, they're taking their fab down, which gives me a better opportunity to get the guy I want. Or I get a couple other guys at a lower price.
What would you trade C-Mac for right now?
I'd have to look into it.
You would
That-
actually think about trading him.
I'm far more open to trading C-Mac right now than I have been in previous seasons.
How much fab money do you have?
105.
Would you trade 105 for C-Mac?
Absolutely. You can
Yeah.
get Najee Harris and more players.
I know I could.
Blow the fucking roof off the place.
Let's talk.
Make a crazy deal, Gage. As
The
a
thing
guy
is,
that looks at
I'd
your
have-
roster gauge,
yeah,
that's
let's
the
talk.
type of player you need, man.
I've been intriguing some other running backs as well. So
I believe it.
I might show up to the draft on Saturday with a lot of different team. But that's Saturday's problem. That's not today's problem.
Today's problem. Do we want to do a little bit of trivia and then bail on here, Scott?
Well, we just did trivia in the middle. Let's bail on here.
Let's bail it.
Okay, fine.
Hey, wait. What's the weather outside like, Scott?
It's very, very moist.
Would you
Fair?
say it's fair?
It's fair, yeah.
It's fair weather.
Makes sense.
With Star being out, go pleasure yourself.
Check out our website, www.officialbutthole.com. We're on all socials at officialbutthole. Please leave us a rating and review on Apple Music.
And
we'll see you next time.
We're still live.
Oh, shit. Definitely having fun tonight,
Dude,
boys.
that fucking excites the fuck out of me.
I can't wait. Oh, Jeff